Good evening, Thunderbird fans. Welcome to the 2023 Nebraska High School football season. Today, August 18th, marks the beginning of the new season in the high school football championship run. Okay? Today is also the earliest day in history of Nebraska high school sports where you're actually having opening day for football. Week 0 starting today. August 18th is the earliest it's ever been, with 14 games on the slate across all classes. But tonight, you're hearing the Thunderbeats coverage of Creighton Prep versus Bellevue West here at Feynman Field in Bellevue, Nebraska. So right now you got the Creighton Blue Junior Jays coming over here, and they're the number 8 team according to Max Preps. And you have the Bellevue West that are coming in at number 2. And I'm proud to say that my co-host and I, Mr. A.J. Reimer, have been doing this for 5 years, and I need to introduce him.
Jeremy, happy to be here. Happy to kick off this football season. It doesn't get any better than this, does it? You know, I've been teaching at Bellevue West now for 17 years, and this game is such a it's a great experience. You know, you have the whole community coming out. You have the football team, obviously. You've got the marching band, the cheerleaders, the dance team, the Thunderettes. Everybody's involved in all of Bellevue, and it looks like a whole heck of a lot of Creighton Prepper here. And everybody's starting off at 0, you know, talent at both sides, storylines at both sides, and boy, I just can't wait to kick it off and see what happens.
The Thunderbirds last year had a disappointing season by their own standards. Yes, they made it to the state quarterfinals in the 2022 state playoffs, but they had a 7-4 record, and they haven't lost more than one regular season game since 2013, and here they are with 3 regular season losses last year. So Mike Huffman, in his 11th year here at the helm, Bellevue West, is looking to have a better season, and he's got the talent to do it on the offensive side.
Absolutely, he's got the talent. He's got weapons all over, and of course it starts with Daniel Kalin at the quarterback and those talented wide receivers, Isaiah McMorris, Davon Hall. But listen, there's talent all over the field for Bellevue West, and what they're excited about this year is both the lines. Offensive and defensive line have experience, have a little bit more age, and they think that's going to help them be a little bit more dominant in these games.
They are returning 9 players that had experience between both lines. Bellevue West returns 9 starters on offense, 5 on defense, but that new defense, we got a new defensive coordinator with Gentili coming in.
And they're going to attack a lot more. And I tell you what, I'm so excited tonight is the secondary of Bellevue West. Keep an eye, they've got 2 sophomore cornerbacks that are going to be playing tonight. And they look pretty excited, Jeremy. We'll see what we can have, as Don Reimer says hi here on the booth.
Friend of the program, Mr. Don Reimer. And we have something very special for you guys tonight. Normally you hear us for the entire game, but in conjunction with Creighton and the Junior Jays, the Creighton Prep, we also will share the booth tonight. Creighton Prep will broadcast the game for the first half, and then you'll hear AJ and my less than professional opinions in the second half. And I have Mike here. Mike is one of the juniors over at Creighton Prep. Mike, how long have you been doing broadcasting for Creighton Prep?
So I started broadcasting about end of first semester of my freshman year. I started with the basketball program, and ever since then I've just been really interested in it. And then here we are, starting my now 3rd year in the broadcast business here at Prep. So it's going to be a lot of fun this year.
Great. That's a great program. What can you tell us about the Creighton Prep football team?
It's going to be a very young team. This team lost 40 seniors last season, so it's a very new-look team. Tony Caniglio at the quarterback spot had a couple starts under his belt last season and full-fledged starter this year to open things up here at week 0. So interesting to see what he can do now with full control of the offense.
Okay, Mike, how do you divide your duties when you come to broadcasting? What side do you do more color commentating? Are you the play-by-play guy, Mike?
I'm more of the I do all the graphics and stuff for Creighton Prep. But I'm more of a play-by-play guy. But been trying to expand my arsenal kind of. So trying to branch out and do more of color as well this year.
Okay, now let's talk to your partner in the booth here, Mr. Alex. Alex, how you doing tonight?
Doing great. Football is back. Good to thank you guys so much for having Mike and I on. It's truly awesome. I'm doing well.
What class are you at Creighton Prep?
I am a senior at Prep, one final year of broadcasting high school wise. So bring it on.
How long have you done this?
So ever since freshman year, I've really fell in love with this, and ever since the start of football season sophomore year, I've been doing broadcasting, and it's truly been awesome.
Awesome. Now tell me, so when they lose 40 seniors, who else are we going to see maybe on the defensive side?
Well, as Mike said, we lost a lot of seniors. A lot of seniors had a lot of talent, obviously. So I'm looking at some of our linebackers that Coach Moose, Coach Brian Montz, the defensive coordinator, he's said a lot about Michael Saul. There's Ryan Ewell, two big guys at linebackers. So they've known how to tackle. They've played all throughout the years at Prep. So it'll be interesting to see how the linebackers are, and of course the other defenders like the defensive line. They're all new faces, and same with our defensive backs, and of course Zach McClay, who's like one of the captains and one of the leaders on the squad.
Well, great. We have 4 minutes and 30 seconds before the kickoff of this Class A bout between the Creighton Prep Junior Jays and Bellevue West, the Thunderbirds, as they battle here at Feynman Field. The Thunderbirds have already made their way onto the field. We do not see the Junior Jays just yet with 4 minutes left to go here. And I am going to turn it over to you guys now. So you have a great broadcast for the first half.
Thank you.
And we'll catch up with you afterwards.
Thank you.
And with that, we welcome you to Feynman Field here on the campus of Bellevue West High School. Mike Knockenhauer alongside Alex Tejan to bring you all the action here from the first half of Week 0 here between the Creighton Prep Junior Jays and the second-ranked Thunderbirds of Bellevue West.
Well, it's, as he said earlier, it is the earliest time high school football in the state of Nebraska has kicked off on August 18th. Brilliant night. Both teams are looking for a hot start to their season, starting off 1-0 against two very talented schools with history on each side.
So as we said, the Thunderbirds have taken the field, and the Junior Jays just about ready to take their sideline. What are you looking for? What are you excited for in this opening game here this year?
Well, it's a lot of the new faces, as we'll talk about all night long. Almost 40 seniors graduated last year that were starters, and here they come as leader, as pretty much the only junior that was like the starter on defense is Zach McClay, and he's got the Creighton Prep flag to lead the way out for the Junior Jays. So Zach McClay had pretty much dominant all season, or last season. He had an interception in the playoff victory against Elkhorn South. He's accompanied by a bunch of other defenders from last year, but of course they've obviously graduated. So him and a lot of guys are looking to show what they can do here at Bellevue West.
So we're just about ready to get things underway. We take a look at what these teams did last year as they faced off in Week 0 as well, but back at, as we see, it was at Burke Stadium instead. But yeah, a late touchdown from the Bellevue West offense propelled them to a 28-21 win. Game they led 21-7 at half, and they didn't end up scoring until the last minute of regulation, but it was enough to power them past for a Week 0 victory over the Junior Jays last year.
I tell you what, it was a brilliant way to start off the season last year, and we hope the same thing can happen here tonight. As for Bellevue West, Danny Kalin, 23-34, 269 yards. He was throwing the ball all over the place. As for the Junior Jays side, they've just pretty much ran the ball all night long, as well as Shamar Brown had 29 carries and 177 yards and a touchdown. They had just the run game just entirely last year. It's going to be a change with him gone, and the offense will have to expand, especially with Marty Brown gone, Ezra Vedral gone. He'll be replaced with Tony Caniglio, and he'll get the start. He got some starts under his belt last year, as you said, Mike, but it'll be interesting to see as this potent Bellevue West team will receive the ball. Bellevue West was ranked number 2, if I'm not mistaken, in the coaches' poll, preseason poll.
So it's Charlie Mangan, the senior kicker, to boot things away to Davon Hall and the Bellevue West Thunderbirds.
Davon Hall, we'll say his name quite a bit tonight, Mike, as the Nebraska commit has been very laser sharp. And he's had last year 62 receptions, almost 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns. So he's looking to add on to his career before he plays college ball down in Lincoln.
Charlie Mangan tees it up, and we're just about ready to get things underway. And we are underway here in week 0, the 2023 season, as that one will trickle through the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25-yard line for Danny Kalin and the Bellevue West offense.
And as of course I said, Davon Hall, he's going down to Lincoln. He's not the only one. A quarterback, Danny Kalin, he's been elusive last year. He had over 3,000 yards last year and 36 touchdowns. And as we talked about against Prep last year, he had 4 total touchdowns a year ago. So it'll be interesting to see how it does for the future Nebraska Cornhusker in Nebraska.
So 1st and 10 from the Bellevue West 20. Throw over to McMorris to open things up. He'll get brought down after a pickup of about 3.
Well, there you go. They had McMorris had 2 blockers in front of them, but Zach McClay was easily unblocked and was able to squeeze through both of the blockers and to find the tackle. And I've been noticing, especially last year's matchup, Danny Kalin has been throwing this ball, and here we go on a run.
There's a handoff to C.J. Goff near the first down marker. Going to be about 3rd and 1. Bit of a hustle-up offense here from Kalin and the Thunderbirds. 3rd and 1 from their own 29.
Kalin really wants to get this thing off.
Kalin a shotgun, handoff to Goff. He's going to sneak through the line, and he'll pick up about 7 and a first down.
Great tackle there by Evan Thompson there, but he will pick up the first down of the game. And, of course, I was talking about Daniel Kalin looking to pass, but easily 2 runs to pick up a couple yards here and there, and that'll simply just give him a fresh set of downs at the 37.
Kalin drops back after the fake handoff. Throw across the field. It's caught. That's Ben Goodwater over across the 50. And 4 plays in. Thunderbirds already into Junior J territory. 1st and 10 from the Creighton Prep 46.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ben Goodwater, he just went over the head of Ryan Ewell, the inside linebacker, and I don't think he even saw it at first. He could have gotten up there for an interception, but instead it's a first down.
Handoff to Goff once again. Powering his legs for about 7 yards. So Thunderbird offense moving the ball really well to start things off.
We are seeing a lot more of C.J. Goff instead of Charlie Goiner for the Thunderbirds. He got injured last year against the Junior Jays offense that ended his season. So it looks like it will be Goff, and here we go.
Here's a jet sweep to Davon Hall, and a good tackle there from Zach McClay. He just lowered his shoulder, tripped up Davon Hall, and it'll be a loss of about 3. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that's a great tackle. That's the second time tonight already that Zach McClay has already made a really, really sufficient open field tackle. So, and as I've said earlier, was the one who got a lot of reps last season. Now he's, again, a huge leader.
A fake handoff to Goff, and it's going to be an option read, and Kalin will be short. It'll be 4th and about a yard from, they marked that It's going to be about 4th and 2 from the 43.
Yeah. And ever since they got the first down, it was 4th down territory. And here they go with the 4th down, Kalen from the shotgun.
Kalen in the shotgun. It's going to go a QB run to the left side, and he's going to dive forward across the 35, and he'll pick up a first down.
Yeah, great job. There we go with Danny Kalen using his wheels as he has the big speed and just to power his way just enough to move the sticks.
So a 4th down conversion for the Thunderbirds. 9:25 here left in the first quarter of play. 1st and 10 from the Junior J 35. Kalen in the shotgun. Hit immediately. Goodwater. It was intended for Goodwater. Couldn't come up with it, and Kalen's a bit shaken up.
Well, how about that? Ryan Ewell, I think Coach Brian Monson, the defensive coordinator, sent a blitz from the Junior Jays, so they just went ahead and got to the quarterback, and Kalen had to release it quickly, and it was incomplete.
So after the QB hustle, it's 2nd and 10. Kalen dropping back, throws across the field. He's got his man. TJ Whaley puts with a big catch, big gain. 1st and goal from the Junior J6.
He just ran a good cross route across the middle of the field. There were defenders around him, and they were just unable to. He was able to find his way open and pick up the catch, and now it's 1st and goal.
Kalen in the shotgun again. QB draw to the left side. He's going to be wrapped down, and that ball came out. Are they going to say that it was a fumble? They're going to say he was down. Ryan Ewell came off the left side and brought down Kalen. For a second there, they thought that they had recovered a fumble, but they're going to say that Kalen's knee was down.
Yeah, I think his knee did hit the turf before the ball came out. Nonetheless, great awareness by Ryan Ewell and Zach McClay, who were there to stop him for no gain.
So it'll be 2nd and goal. Kalen from the shotgun once again. Goff to his left, handoff up the middle, powering his way. No signal yet. Touchdown, Thunderbirds. CJ Goff powers his way through the prep defenders, and the Thunderbirds strike first.
Yep. Well, that's exactly how you wanted to start it for the Thunderbirds, as you just drive all the way down the field for easy 6 points.
Ian Shepard on to attempt the extra point for the Thunderbirds. Kick is up, and it is good. So the Bellevue West offense looking very dominant. An opening 80-yard, 3-minute and 28-second drive. We'll step aside, and we'll bring you Creighton Prep's first possession of the season, 7-0 here on the Thunderbeat. Welcome you back here to Fiman Field. Ian Shepard to boot things away. Bellevue West offense with a strong 80-yard drive to open things up. Capped off by a C.J. Goff rushing touchdown, and it's 7-0 Bellevue West. Jack McClay fields the kick at about the 9, and he'll bring it out to around the 27-yard line. Good return there from Zach McClay, the senior captain. And it'll give us our first look at Tony Caniglio and the Junior J offense.
As we said pregame, he's gotten some starting possessions under his belt as a sophomore last year. Now he's coming in as a junior, and he'll go ahead and try and lead this Junior J offense. down the field and try to respond afterwards.
Started 3 of the last 4 games of the 2022 campaign, and here he is, starting quarterback for week 0. Handoff to Jacob Ruby on the first play from scrimmage, and he's absolutely swarmed by defenders. That's going to be a loss of about 1.
Yeah, and we've talked about a lot of the seniors graduating. All 5 of the offensive linemen from last year from Prep's offense were seniors that graduated, so all 5 of the offensive linemen are brand new faces to lead that. Not an ideal start for a no-gain run by Jacob Ruby.
Second down now for Caniglio.
Junior Jays light up in a slot formation.
Under center, another handoff to Ruby. Makes a cut, and he's got some green grass in front of him. Jacob Ruby with defenders chasing him, and he'll get all the way inside the Bellevue West 30. So after getting swallowed up by defenders on the first play from scrimmage, a big gain there from the junior running back, and the Junior J offense is in business.
How about that? From no gain, it's all the way about a gain of about almost 60 yards, or 40 yards rather. But Jacob Ruby with his first start on his second carry goes almost yard. And
Caniglio flush to his left. He's going to take off and run. It'll be a good pickup of about 7. So that'll bring second down. Now down to the Bellevue West 24-yard line.
That's great awareness right there, as he just looked. They had the pass play looking, and it was just off the mark, and Tony Caniglio just runs to get a gain of about 5.
Caniglio, handoff to Ruby once again, and it's good stop there from the Bell West D line, and it's 3rd and short now. 3rd and 4 here for the Junior Jays. Eddie Schaefer to the left side, Wyatt Lasher and Jackson Wergler to the right. Caniglio in the shotgun, fake handoff, and that ball is tipped, and it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah.
He was trying to find the Iowa commit, Michael Burt, who was lined up at tight end, and that will force a 4th down. It looks like they will bring on Charlie Mangan, try and attempt.
About a 40-yard kick for Charlie Mangan. He kicked a couple extra points here and there last year, but he has never had his first career field goal, and this would be a big one in front of a huge crowd, week 0. We'll see how it goes.
Junior Jay's going to have to hustle up. Only 8 left on the play clock. Down to 5 already. They might have to take a timeout. And they will.
Oh, Coach Yonk is not happy.
Coach Yonk on the sideline is not happy. So it'll be a timeout for Creighton Prep.
Well, now do you wonder, do they change and go for it, or do they still put it on to 3?
No, I would still, if in this situation, in games like this, you got to take points whenever you can get them. And this, even kicking a field goal here is a little bit risky. So I wouldn't advise going for it in this situation. It's a long field goal, especially for your first attempt as the varsity starter.
Indeed.
7-0 here at Feynman Field. 6:31 left here in the first quarter. The Junior J offense will trot back out there. Charlie Mangan going to line up to kick a 40-yard field goal after they were forced to take a timeout. Mangan lines up for the kick. Hold is down, kick is up, and it is no good. He hooked it to the left, but there is a flag down.
Did he run into the kicker? Maybe.
Junior Jays are reacting as if it is a roughing the kicker.
And if it's a penalty, that'll be a first down.
The Junior J Birdcage reacting like that as well. The Bell West defense still has not come off the field, so even making some substitutions, so we'll get the call now.
And it will be fresh set of downs.
So yeah, the running into the kicker call will give the Junior Jays a first down. So a big break there as Mangan's kick was left, but turns out that he was ran into, and that will give the Junior Jays a fresh set of downs.
And for Bellevue West, it's kind of a costly penalty there to obviously give them a fresh set of downs, but the discipline, that's not ideal, but they look to shake it off.
I will put the ball inside the Bellevue West red zone. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Thunderbird 18. Caniglio under center. Handoff. No, he fakes the handoff. Wide open, Michael Burt, and he overthrew him. Caniglio had the perfect read with the fake handoff, but just overthrew his target, Michael Burt.
Oh, boy.
He nearly had a...
He faked me out.
He faked me out as well. It seemed like he faked out pretty much everyone. But
he had Michael Burt, the tight end, wide open. That could have been an easy score, but just overthrew it. But nonetheless, a great play call. I like it.
Always got to factor in the nerves, especially in a big game like this, and it's your first start of the season, and it's going to be a false start called on the Junior Jays. Well, that'll back them up even farther.
Well, now they're back to their kind of like their original where they were at where they were snapping the field goal, so make it 2nd and 15 for the Junior Jays. So they look to respond to the huge run by Jacob Ruby, and they're going to get in the end zone.
Caniglio in the shotgun. He's immediately pressured, and he dumps it off to Jacob Ruby. So some good improvisation there from Tony Caniglio as he finds a way to pick up about 7 yards, and it'll put them back in the red zone for a 3rd at about 9.
Yeah, at first, Caniglio was just backing up under pressure, letting plenty of linemen from the Bellevue West Thunderbirds, including like Aiden Morris, Chris Valencia. They were all just attacking him, but he just dumps it down to try to get some of those yards back, and now it's 3rd and 9.
Caniglio under center, Ruby in the backfield. Another fake handoff, and Caniglio rolling out to his right. He's going to take off and run for it, barreling down defenders.
Oh, boy.
Inside the 10 for a huge first down.
How about that? Look at the birdcage. They are really loving it, as I believe it was Taylor Peterson trying to make the tackle, and Caniglio just bulldozes out of the way to pick up the first.
Caniglio lowers the shoulder, knocks down a defender, and it's 1st and goal now for the Junior Jays.
At 5:27 left in the first quarter.
Handoff to Ruby to the right side. And he's immediately swarmed, and I believe he lost a yard, so it'll be 2nd and goal from about the 7.
Great job by guys on the Bellevue West defensive line. We've seen a couple times now that they've just attacked and swarmed to the ball carrier, and they were just able to get to the stop, and another no gain on the play.
5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Junior Jays knocking on the door with a 2nd and goal from inside the Bellevue West 10. Caniglio in the shotgun has to escape the pocket, and he's going to be brought down. That ball came out, and it's going to be a fumble lost. And the Bellevue West defense holds strong, and they'll get the ball back without giving up any points.
Not what you want for the Junior Jays. Caniglio, it looked like he was trying to break away and look for someone, but we'll see. I think it might have been Chris Lawson that might have just attacked and got to him while Caniglio wasn't looking, and now Bellevue West takes control at the 10-yard line.
So a big stop there inside their own 10 for the Bellevue West defense, and they keep the Junior Jays off the board. 4:41 left here in the first quarter. Kalen with all the time in the world to throw. He's got his man, but that ball came out, and they're going to say that it was because of the hit. There's a big hit there from Henry Bartholomew in the secondary.
How about that by Henry Bartholomew as he came in just with no hesitation to make the tackle on Charlie Goiner.
Second down 10.
Charlie Gwenner made the catch, but then big hit there from Bartholomew pops it free, and it'll be incomplete. So 2nd and 10 still. Kalen from the shotgun, a quick pitch to Gweiner. And he'll get a couple yards, but not much. It'll be about a pickup of 3. So 3rd and long now, deep in their own territory for the Thunderbirds.
There we go, as trying to get a 3rd down stop. And of course, the last drive it was CJ Goff, and now it's Charlie Goiner. Kind of like a redemption game. He knows what happened last year against the Junior Jays. Now he's looking to respond. As he's in the backfield to the right of Danny Kalen.
3rd and 8. Kalen dropping back to pass, looking, and he's got a man in there for a 1st down, and a big hit there on the sideline. That's Ben Goodwater, good enough for a 1st down.
And he just ran another cross route toward the left side of the Junior Jays sideline, and he just crossed the field and trying to find a seam, and he gets it to right around the 24-yard line. Fresh set of
Kalen
downs.
with a fresh set of downs. Throw to Gwenner. Across the middle to the 31-yard line for a pickup of around 6.
I think Bellevue West might have got away with a false start. I think it may have been Isaiah McMorris who may have left a little early, but granted, we are in the booth and the officials are right in front of the play, so I digress. Second down now.
Throw over and good enough for a 1st down. TJ Whaley making the catch.
That pass was good for a Thunderbird.
Another Thunderbird 1st down. The Bellevue West offense slowly but surely making their way down the field. As this time they're going to get the Bellevue West offensive line for a false start, and it'll back them up 5 yards, and it'll be 1st and 15. Jeffrey Kunzman, the guilty party, moved early, so it'll back him up a couple of yards. 3:05 left here in the 1st quarter. Kalen takes it out of the shotgun, going to run it to his left. He's not going to get much. That was Henry Bartholomew on the tackle once again. So it'll be 2nd and about 13.
Tackle made by number 6.
Henry Bartholomew, another one off the corner. He's been busy already compared to the other corner currently guarding Isaiah McMorris. That's number 35, Vincent Saul. His brother Michael Saul plays linebacker. There we go with about 2nd and about 13.
Quick throw over to Goodwater, and a big hit there from Zach McClay.
Oh.
Going straight for the legs and up-ending Ben Goodwater, and that'll make it 3rd and 8.
Oh, man. Zach McClay's been busy. He's been making a lot of these tackles, and they ran that play earlier in this 1st quarter in the last drive, and the same play, Zach McClay was able to make the tackle as we have a stoppage on the field.
Stoppage of play here. The referee goes and talks to one of the Bellevue West coaches. 2:12 remaining here in the 1st quarter from Feynman Field. 3rd and 8 from their own 38-yard line. So they've shown so far this Bellevue West offense has been incredibly efficient on 3rd down. The Junior Jays looking for a big stop here.
I'm Kalen. I'm looking to my two buddies, Isaiah McMorris and or Davon Hall, to pick up a third down. They need to get to the 46.
Kalen from the shotgun, throwing. He's got McMorris, but he's going to be short of the first down. McMorris on a quick slant route gets to about the 44, and it'll be about 2 yards short.
Well, there you go. There's one of his future Nebraska teammates, Kalen Fines, as here they go going for it at their own 44. They need to get 2.
Kalen in the shotgun, looking to convert another fourth down. Handoff to Goff as he weaves his way around. And
That's
he's
close.
going to be close. Going to be interesting where they mark it.
Kalen says he got it. The Junior Jays don't think so. I wonder if they'll bring out the chains on this one.
That initial spot looks like they're going to give it to them, and they will. So
by a hair's breadth.
that was Gweener on the carry, but weaves his way around defenders and picks up first down.
Just enough for the first.
Got just enough as this one handed off to Goff, and he's swarmed. That's Ian Aslan who made the original tackle, and then a couple of Junior Jays come and swarm around him.
Plenty of guys there who are making their first career starts. They got guys like J.J. Dasher, Dakota Butler, Sean Skrdlak. Everybody is looking to stop this potent Bellevue West offense here on week 0.
Kalen, the leading passer in the state last year. McMorris, the leading receiver, as Kalen takes it himself on second and 7. And a bit of a scuffle there at the end between Aslan and Jacob Arope. J.J. Dasher with the tackle. 20 seconds remain here in the first quarter, so the Thunderbirds don't need to snap it if they don't want to. It's down to 10 as the play clock is off.
They don't have to snap it.
It looks like they will just run it down. And now they're going to take one snap. Kalen to his right side. 2 flags come out, and Kalen is knocked out of bounds. Is that pick up about 1, but there are a couple of flags on the field as the first quarter does come to an end, but take a look and see what the flag is.
I think Prep was looking for a holding penalty.
It's near the Bellevue West sideline. Believe that it was most likely one of the pulling blockers for the Thunderbirds on the QB run to the right side.
And again, Bellevue West didn't need to snap it, but they went ahead. It was a nice run by Danny Kalen. He was looking for a flag at the end of the play. He was looking for a late hit out of bounds.
So, referee's still convening here, and they're going to go talk to Coach Yonk over on the other side.
Because if you decline it, it'll be third down. You have to get to around the 43-yard line. If not, it'll be, it might be fourth down.
So it looks like they're going to call.
It will be third down.
So that's Evan Van Arsdale with the hold, and that will back the Bellevue West Thunderbirds back, and it'll be third and about 18, and that will bring the first quarter to a close as the Bellevue West Thunderbirds hold a 7-0 lead. We'll step aside. We'll bring you back second quarter action here on the Thunderbeat.
Welcome back as we got a false start penalty on Davon Hall, and that's going to back him up 5 more.
Yeah, Hall just took off completely. That was a very blatant false start.
Yep, even he knew it. That was not. It was all simply his mistake. So it'll be a third in the parking lot.
Got to be careful, though, if you're the prep secondary. This is a very dangerous Thunderbird offense that will punish you if you allow anyone behind you. So you got to be careful if you're anyone from the cornerbacks to the safeties to the linebackers.
They need to get to the prep 44-yard line. Kalen from the gun. They bring 4. He surveys, fires, nobody there, incomplete. He was trying to find Davon Hall, but he was just a little over his head. Great coverage by the Junior Jays. And it's 4th down, and out comes the punt team.
That was a very, very event-filled drive, but overall I would say that's a win for the prep defense, especially after coming off the fumble recovery and only allowing the Thunderbirds to get to the 36-yard line, granted with some penalties, but very, very strong defensive drive, especially it being the second drive of the game. So the offense will get the ball back.
Another punt. Bouncing. McClay will scoop it up, and here he goes on the run. Zach McClay trying to find a seam, and he'll take it to near the 34-yard line. Great return as it does a little hop, skip, and a jump, and they'll set up shop right around the 34-yard line.
That's a good return there from McClay. He played that ball really well on the bounce. He kind of stayed back until he knew he could get to it. Didn't want a rampant bounce to bounce off of him and give the ball back to the Thunderbirds. So played very well and a good pickup on the return for some very decent field position to start off this drive.
So 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Here's a toss to Jacob Ruby to the left side. Trying to find a crease, and he gets tackled just shy of the 40. Dylan Shear to make the tackle. Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
This prep offense just needs to continue to keep that running game going. Obviously, in the past years with guys like Marty Brown and Ezra Vedral, it's been a very potent rushing offense, but this year, a little bit more of a question as to where most of the offensive output's going to come from. But so far, it's been the running game that's been their strong suit.
Both those guys are currently playing college ball as Jacob Ruby gets smothered for a loss on the play. It will be
Pono Dudois just got through everyone on the prep line and completely shut down that play before it went anywhere, and it's a big loss there on 2nd down.
He might have the best name on the field.
Yeah, I was looking at it early game, and I was like, this is a great name.
Come on, Mom. Why couldn't you name me that? So a 3rd and 11, loss of about 5 on that last play. 3 receivers out wide. Caniglio rolls to his right and now looks left. Michael Burr with the catch. Sheds off 1 tackle and gets a measly gain of about 5. I'll take it around at the 39. Big Michael Burt, the future Iowa Hawkeye. But it'll be 4th down, and it'll be at the 37 rather than the 39.
That was a very good 3-and-out stop there from the Bellevue West defense, as offense struggled a bit that last possession, but then the defense comes out and gets a stop and gets them right off the field, gets the ball right back in the hands of Kalen. It's our first look at the new punter in Matt Sledge.
Matt Sledge, back the punt, just getting it away. A flag is thrown, and the ball gets taken Wait, did that touch a Bellevue West player?
Down by number 12, Will Keeney.
But it is down by Will Keeney, but a flag is down. I thought someone might have touched it, but instead it was just pounced on.
Yeah, I thought that might have nicked a Thunderbird down there around the 40, but there is flag down on the Bellevue West sideline.
It will be a sideline warning. It looks like they got a little too close to comfort for the officials.
39.
So they'll set up shop around the 39-yard line. Seven nothing. 9:13 left to play in this half. Two receivers to Kalen's right. He takes the snap as he looks wait, that might not be Kalen.
It looks to be Will Anderson,
Yeah,
the sophomore.
the former Millard West Wildcat.
Tackle made by Evan Thompson. Gain of 3 in the play.
Threw a lot of us off as Kalen
Yeah.
nowhere to be seen on the field currently.
Well, Anderson, the sophomore, got starts as a freshman back when he was at Millard West on second down. As he gets hit, the ball is out, and it is picked up. And is it recovered by the Jays? It is. Or at least they say they got it.
Yeah, they're going to
And
say
they do. It's Creighton Prep football. Will Anderson lost possession of the football as he was trying to throw it, and the Junior Jays pounce on it.
Ryan Yule came in flying off the left side of Will Anderson and completely blindsided him as he was going to make that throw, and that ball just popped out right as he was trying to get it out. And the Junior J defense with a huge turnover forced, and it'll give Tony Caniglio and the Junior J offense very good fielded position here with 8:30 left in the second.
Both teams with a quarterback fumbling in this game. Prep looking to make a mark as here is a handoff. This is to Angelo Walker, the sophomore.
Tackle made by
Chris Lawson there to make the tackle. There'll be no gain.
down 10.
Another nice job by the up front for Bellevue West. They just easily find the ball carrier and just make the easy play on second down. Two receivers to Caniglio's right as this ball is dropped. Wyatt Lasher had it. Wyatt Lasher had it and just couldn't find it. Third down and 10. What do you do here with your Tim Young, TJ Fife in the Junior Jays on this play?
I think it's interesting, obviously, both of this run game and this pass game, very unproven, but on something like this, I think you got to put the ball in the hands of Caniglio.
Third and 10. Caniglio surveys, and he's chased, just fires, and nearly intercepted.
That was Caprice Keith who nearly came up with that.
Oh, boy.
Hit him right in the chest. But
Caprice Keith almost had an interception. All the fans on this Bellevue West side was about ready to celebrate, and now it's fourth down, and Tony Caniglio on the Prep offense is out on the field.
interested to see what Coach Yonk goes with here. It's kind of in a no man's land at about the 32-yard line. They're going to call timeout just to talk things over. So it's 4th and 10 from the Bellevue West 32-yard line. It would be about a 49-yard field goal, which, if you're Mengen, I don't know if that's within your range.
On that last kick he missed from 40, it had the distance, but it was just too far to the left for this one being 49 yards.
And on the left hash mark.
And in the other direction. Still a 7-0 lead. Bellevue West remains on top with 7:46 left in this half.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Junior Jays came out with just a little pass play towards the middle of the field, trying to find a crease in the defense. Just something down towards around the 20-yard line, which is about where they need to get to. 4th and 10 from the 32, so going to have to get to the 22-yard line for a first down.
3 receivers for Caniglio. 4th down and 10. Angelo Walker to his left. Back to pass. Under pressure. Caniglio is dropped down. Loss of 2 on the play, and the Thunderbirds will take over.
That's a great defensive stop once again there from the Bellevue West Thunderbirds. The fumble recovery from Prep, but this T-Bird defense holding strong. It's a drive of -2 yards.
Oh.
So the Junior Jays not able to do anything, and it'll bring Danny Kalin back out after Will Anderson was out there for that last drive, but Kalin back out there for the 4th drive of the evening.
Off the play action, finds hidden stride. Caught pass by Ben Goodwater. He takes it inside the 40, right at the 40. Zach McClay on another tackle. Great throw, great pass in pursuit.
It's a great play right off the bat there. Just caught the Prep defense sleeping. Ben Goodwater wide open in the middle of the field. And back into Prep territory.
From the 40. He said Ben Goodwater's name quite a lot. He's been pretty busy. Here's a shuffle toss over to Isaiah McMorris. Had to hold on to the football as it will be enough for a first. We'll try to. Kalin looked like after he just gave it, he was looking back to pass, but instead it was a little jet sweep over to Isaiah McMorris. And it will not be a first, it'll be 2nd and 1. Clock winding down, 6:47 left to play in this half. CJ Goff to Kalen's right. Kalen unheaves it down the field. Wide open was McMorris, but he overshoots him. Great route by McMorris, but Kalen just had a little too much mustard on that pass.
Yeah, he almost underthrew him a bit. It was more over his head and behind him than it was in front of him. But another missed opportunity there from one of these quarterbacks. As Kalen had McMorris wide open down the sideline, it would have been an easy touchdown.
3rd and 1. Ball at the 31-yard line. CJ Goff to Kalen's left. It is to Goff. Right up the middle. First down and more. CJ Goff takes it inside the 20 to the red zone or around the 15-yard line. Zach McClay with another tackle. 3rd and 1. Makes it an easy gain of about 16 on the play.
This Thunderbird offense has been very efficient on 3rd down. They show there once again.
Kalen back to pass, throws corner of the end zone, incomplete. He wanted to look for Davon Hall, but plenty of Prep defenders there in coverage. And the ball was out of the end zone, make it 2nd down.
He was definitely a bit hurried there. Michael Saul came flying in on the right side, completely unblocked.
Yeah.
He wasn't on the blind side of Kalen, so he was able to see him and able to get the ball out in time, but definitely hurried his throw a bit and was maybe a bit off target and definitely into a lot of Prep defenders, as you said.
Goff in the backfield on the 2nd and 10. CJ Goff up the middle. Straight ahead, takes it near around the 9-yard line. Trying to make a couple of moves as he steams ahead. It'll be 3rd down.
Good tackle there from Evan Thompson. Just wrapped his arms around the waist of Goff. Brought him down. If he missed that tackle, Goff probably would have sped his way in for a touchdown.
Junior Jays looking for a stop. You consider going for it if it's 4th down. Kalen, quarterback draw, try to make a move, and It'll be enough for a first as he takes it inside the 5 near the 2-yard line. Kalen just takes it himself. He's been using his wheels a lot more than he has since the last meeting against these two teams 364 days ago. So it's first and goal. Goal to go. Can they strike first blood? Goff, he is in for his second touchdown of the night. Touchdown, Thunderbirds.
Another great offensive drive there from Bellevue West, and Goff just easily walks his way in for his second touchdown of the evening, and Bellevue West goes up by 13.
Another one. Another touchdown for C.J. Goff, second of the night. After the fourth down turnover on downs from Prep all the way back around the Bellevue West 30-yard line. They just drive it all the way and take it and score. As we have a whistle.
Interesting setup there from Bellevue West. It looked like they had Will Anderson out there to...
And they're going to get backed up 5. It'll be a delay game. Interesting that the referee has a PA microphone. I haven't seen that in a while.
I only noticed that in one game last year. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the Central game. But not something you see a lot in high school football here in Nebraska, but it'd be very nice if that's something that becomes a regular thing. But with the delay, a game definitely backs up the Thunderbirds, and they're just going to have to kick the PAT now.
25-yard PAT for Ian Shepard. And it's taking it is Cade Savannah, and he is brought to the ground. And they'll get no point. I think Vincent Saul there to make the tackle, so it will remain a 13-0 ball game with 5:15 left in the second quarter, as we will take a break here at week 0. We welcome you back. Mike Knockenhauer and Alex Tejan here with you for Week 0 action. Zach McClain, Wyatt Lasher deep to return this kick from Ian Shepard. McClain to field it from the 6-yard line. Trying to find blockers. Zach McClain with a crease. Takes it right around the 35-yard line. Out of bounds. Well, Week 0 action, and I'll tell you what, Mike, this is the first. I asked Coach Young for Creighton Prep earlier. This is the first time in his 30-some years of coaching that he's played 3 regular season games in the month of August and 4 games before Labor Day.
And all 3 of those first 3 games, as you said, coming to teams that are ranked within the top 5 of the coaches poll. Bellevue West ranked at 2nd, and then next week they're going to have to go down and play Westside at Phelps Field, and then they go first home game of the year at Burke Stadium against the 5th-ranked Mustangs of Millard North. So, and then they have to host the 8th-ranked Dragons of Gretna in Week 3 at Burke. So, very tough opening schedule, probably one of the hardest opening slates in all the state.
Handoff, this is to Angelo Walker, and he's swallowed up all the way in the backfield. Big 98, Chris Lawson. Huge loss of 2 on the play. Make it second and 12. Not ideal for the Junior Jays. Try to get something going on the run. And you certainly do not want to give the ball back to Bellevue West because they don't want to get right down the field and score, obviously.
Do you remember that the Junior Jays get the ball back for the second half? Bellevue West received the opening kickoff.
Fake it to Walker. Caniglio under pressure. Edges away and now moving. And he'll just try and tip more on the first down and gets walloped right around the original line of scrimmage.
Prep sideline wanted a late hit out of bounds on Caniglio, but it doesn't look like they're going to get it.
Yep. They were all very frustrated that they were not going to get it, but it remains second down.
Flag in the play.
And now another flag is thrown. It could be for a late hit. Prep could have granted their wish.
Yeah, I was going to say that the referees had been convening on the sideline a lot longer than normal, and I was going to think that maybe they were going to talk it over and possibly throw a flag. It's interesting to see. It is right on the 32-yard line on the sideline, so right about where Caniglio was hit out of bounds.
Trying to let's see what the call is. Oh. So a helmet-to-helmet hit. That will give the Junior Jays a first down. I think Coach Tim Yonk, he was very upset, and the ref later threw the flag, and that'll march him all the way up at the 46-yard line. First down from the 46. Prepping their own territory. In the I formation. Handoff. This is up the middle, trying to break through free and into Bellevue West territory. Goes Dan Kenny.
That's Daniel Kenny, the fullback.
Nice run there. Gives a gain of 2. We had it's a nice crowd, you got to say, Mike. Week 0 action. In fact, all the way down on Cornhusker Street is all backed up.
Yeah, I-80 was definitely a lot slower than normal, combined with rush hour and week 0 football.
It's crazy environment. Up the middle, this is to Walker, and it should be enough for a first.
And it is. Yeah, they're gonna give it a first down.
Angelo Walker with the run, gets a 2-yard gain.
That was a good run there from Walker. He got hit at the original line of scrimmage, but then with a couple extra pushes of the legs, was able to dive over just enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10 from the 44. Empty backfield for Caniglio. He has 5 wide. Bellevue West brings 4. One's after him. Caniglio scrambles out, trying to find a way around. Bellevue West want a flag for a block in the back. They won't get it, and Caniglio picks up a first down out of bounds near the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Caniglio's had to improvise a lot tonight, and that was probably the best example of him doing that. Got swarmed by defenders right off the bat, had to escape the pocket, and made a couple good moves and just ran it right out of bounds for a first down.
Does stop the clock with 2:53 remaining. At the very least, if you're Prep, you want to get 3 on the board. But obviously, as well, you can try and get 6 on the board and make it a 1-possession game heading into the break.
Do you remember that the Junior Jays do get the ball back, as we said, get the ball back to open things in the second half, so...
We have a pause on the field. And they're going to put 2:53 on the clock. Get first down. 3 receivers to Caniglio's right. 1 in motion, that's Eddie Schaefer. On first down, Caniglio, quick fire. Pass is caught at the 29-yard line. This is to Will Keeney, and he'll take it to the 28-yard line. Great hit by the defender. Make it second down.
Good hit there from the defender. But Keeney, good job to hold on to the ball. That's a good pickup there on first down, especially with how hard yards have been to come by in some of these earlier possessions here in the first half.
Second down. Handoff to Walker, trying to move his way around. Angelo Walker into the red zone all the way down near the 12-yard line. Angelo Walker with a nice gain as he takes it into promising land for the Junior Jays as they approach 2 minutes left to play in this half.
Yeah, just outside the 10-yard line. But a good run there from Walker. He found a couple gaps. It's been a couple of big gain plays for this Junior Jays running offense. They once again trying this time to punch it in before the break.
Another handoff to Walker, trying to follow the blocks. Walker takes it inside the 5-yard line.
Ball carried by Angelo Walker, brought down by Pono Dudois.
Knocking on the door of the end zone. You certainly wanted to get it in here if you're the Junior Jays. 1:20 left to play.
What a strong possession from Angelo Walker, as it's just been run after run of big gains, and it's been very impressive from the sophomore.
You do somewhat want to wind the clock if you're Junior Jays. You have a minute left. Handoff to Walker. He's in, untouched. Touchdown, Junior Jays. Angelo Walker, the sophomore, with his first career touchdown.
Once again, as I said, an incredible drive there from Angelo Walker, capped off with his first career touchdown, and it puts the Junior Jays on the board here with 57 seconds to go in the first half.
Eddie Schaefer, senior wide receiver, is getting this birdcage really hyped up. As now it's back to a one-possession game. Charlie Mangan to kick the PAT, and almost blocked, but it goes up the middle, and it's good. Now Creighton Prep with a 13-7 deficit.
That's a big drive there from the Junior Jays to get on the board, especially before the half. But 57 seconds and 3 timeouts is a lot of time, especially for an offense as potent as this Bellevue West Thunderbirds offense, which averaged 470 yards a game last season, including over 300 passing yards a game from Kalen. So if anyone's going to score, march down the field and score in 57 seconds, it's the Thunderbirds.
Do you think if you're Angelo Walker, went in the end zone untouched, do you try and pull like what you see in the NFL and try and go down just shy of the goal line and maybe just wind the clock and then score? I don't know. Nonetheless, they are on the board. Charlie Mangan ready to boot this one through, and as Mike said earlier, the Junior Jays will receive to start to this second half off.
Stavon Hall and Caprice Keith back deep to return.
Not the best kick, as this ball is going to go out of bounds, and how about that? Great field position for the Bellevue West Thunderbirds as they're going to get it to near the 40-yard line with all 3 timeouts with 57 seconds left.
It's about the last thing you wanted to happen if you were the Junior Jays, as Mangan's kick just sailed out of bounds, and it gives
boy. He'll be at the 35.
Yep, 35-yard line. So 65 yards and 3 timeouts to go with 57 seconds left on the clock. do want to reiterate that the Junior Jays do get the ball to start the second half, so be huge if the Thunderbirds could punch something in here. And you got to think, with a guy with an arm like Kalen is going to be taking shots downfield at least a couple times this drive.
First down, Kalen empty backfield and throws it into an oblivion, incomplete. Wanted Isaiah McMorris, but it was a little too high. Plenty of guys there in coverage, including Vincent Saul and company. And Evan Thompson at the middle linebacker position.
Kalen's got to be careful with stuff like that, making sure that there's not a safety lurking behind the play, ready to pounce for an interception.
On second down, a quick throw out to Davon Hall, trying to find a crease, and he'll take it all the way to the 47-yard line. Trying to throw kind of like a little screen, wide receiver screen, as Bellevue West will hurry up. The clock will stop on the first down, but now they will wind it at the 47, trying to go hurry-up mode. Handoff, this is to Goiner. He'll take it into prep territory, and he is slammed to the ground near the 47-yard line, just crossing into Junior Jay's territory. It'll be second down, as Bellevue West will take a timeout.
6 on the play. Bring up second down 4. Timeout Thunderbirds.
They'll talk it over, trying to see what they can do here.
It's been a good use of their time so far. 25 seconds have come off the clock. Down into prep territory. Still with 2 timeouts left, so moving the ball really well and in pretty good position to strike here before the half ends, if you're the Thunderbirds.
And coming up next half, we will have our other Bellevue West announcers will take over. From Mike and I, we'd like to say thank you to Bellevue West for having us on the air to announce this great game between the Junior Jays and the Thunderbirds, Battle of the Birds, as people like to call it.
It's been an absolute pleasure. We thank all the people working at the Thunderbeat. It's been an absolute pleasure coming on to call this game here in week 0.
Kalen back to throw. Throws it down the middle and incomplete. He wanted McMorris again, but Zach McClay in coverage. It'll be third down, 27 seconds left. The clock will stop. Kalen wanted the long ball, and he could have had it, but the next on the call for the second half will be A.J. Reimer and Jeremy Block. They'll be taking over the announcing duties. Third down. They need to get to the 43 to move the chains as Kalen goes for the long ball, and it's incomplete. Wanted Davon Hall again, as it was over the head. Henry Bartholomew and Eddie Schaefer in coverage. And now it's fourth down, 22 seconds left. And they're going to stay on the field.
Yeah, this prep defense has moved to a zone this year. And so far in this first half, it's been somewhat, they've locked down McMorris and Hall pretty well thus far. Had a couple guys on the Thunderbird side who've stepped up.
They do go for it. Pass to Hall, caught at the 40-yard line, still on his feet, trying to find his edge, and gets shoved out of bounds for a first down near the 37-yard line.
He got out of bounds too. He was kind of in the middle of the field. He backed up. He backed up behind the yard line to gain, but just shot out to the left and got out of bounds. So 14 seconds left here as they're down to 37 of prep.
From the 37, he's got Goiner to his left. Kalen back to pass. He surveys. He's got a man, and he just fires downfield, and it's incomplete. Diving, trying to go get it is, I believe it was Ben Goodwater. TJ Whaley. People were pointing and looking at Davon Hall. He was open, and in fact, he had daylight as well. But I don't think Kalen saw him. So now 5 seconds left. Here would be about a 54, 55-yard field goal. But instead they're just probably going to go with the kind of like a Hail Mary type play.
He's got Hall to his left, and then he's got Whaley McMorris.
And here we go.
Goodwater to his
They
right.
bring a blitz. Kalen tries to back it up, just launches it up for grabs, and it is picked off out of bounds. Eddie Schaefer there, and the clock hit 0, and we are into halftime. The Junior Jays do respond, but it will be a 13-7 ball game heading into the break.
Yeah, but great first half, 13-7. Due to copyright restrictions, we are unable to broadcast the Marching Brands halftime show. After the break, A.J. Reimer and Jeremy Block will have the call. Anything else you want to talk about before we send this thing to break?
Well, the Junior Jays have, again, as we've said, a great job striking, but Bellevue West's offense is playing as well as it will ever be. And it'll be an interesting and fun second half. And, of course, we thank you again to the fellows at the Thunderbeat for letting us on the air.
We thank Miss Rouse and the Thunderbeat crew for allowing us to call the first half of this Week 0 matchup. As we said, A.J. Reimer and Jeremy Block will take you the rest of the way. But for us, Mike Knockenauer, Alex Tejan, we thank you all for listening to the first half of action from us. 13-7 as the teams head to the locker room here in Week 0 from Feynman Field.
Okay. We're ready.
Welcome. Are we live? We're not live. Welcome back to the second half of the Thunderbeats coverage of Bellevue West's home opening game against Creighton Prep, the Junior Jays. And we have a ball game here, folks. It's after halftime. It's the Thunderbirds 13, Creighton Prep, the Junior Jays 7. Bellevue West had a chance with 57 seconds left to go from the 35-yard line, and they could not convert just before the half ran out. So, with our wonderful experience that we got by having the Creighton Prep gentlemen do the job for the first half, Mike Knockenhauer and Alec Tejan, wonderful job in the first half. They provided us with some statistics for the first half of the game. And I'm going to welcome back Mr. A.J. Reimer to the booth.
Yeah, good to be back in the booth. And again, just another shout-out to the guys from Creighton Prep. They did a fantastic job. It's exciting to see kids who are prepared, who are professional, and have a passion for this. The future's bright. They did a great job, and looking forward to hearing them call some more games.
So, in the first half, Bellevue West had 14 first downs, Creighton Prep 7. There was 98 rushing yards. Creighton Prep beat out Bellevue West in that category, 98-81. Receiving yards, however, Bellevue West had 141 yards through the air. Creighton Prep had 15.
Kind of what you expect to come in, right? You expect Bellevue or West to air it out, and you knew Prep was going to keep it on the ground, try and wear on it. I've been impressed, Jeremy. Prep's offensive line was supposed to be younger, supposed to be less experienced, and shoot, they're not intimidated at all. They're playing tough right now.
When you're looking at total number of drives, Bellevue West had 5. They did get the ball first to start the game. They had 5 drives. They converted on 2, and the Creighton Prep had 4 and converted on the 1. That's how we get to a 13-7 ball game with a missed extra point attempt on the second touchdown for C.J. Goff, who has both touchdowns for Bellevue West.
I thought Bellevue West came out looking crisp, looking sharp. A couple dropped balls that should have been completions, but the offense was humming and really stalled in that second quarter. It's maybe they were trying a couple different things. Maybe Prep figured some stuff out, but I'm interested to see what Huffman has dialed up here for this third quarter.
One of the very cool graphics that Creighton Prep provided for us was the statistics from the big 3 that Bellevue West had from last year, Kalen, McMorris, and Hall. And you're looking at them last year. Daniel Kalen had a completion percentage of almost 64%. Isaiah Morris had 1,297 yards on 90 receptions. Davon Hall, 974 yards on 62 receptions. Those big 3 have all committed to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, just 55 miles down the road to the west.
So my wife came to the game, and I got to sit with her in the first half. She showed up at 7:02 and was waiting in line until 7:25 to get in. There are lines going both sides. It seems like more than just Bellevue people and Creighton people are interested in this game. There's Nebraska fans all over interested in those 3 prospects.
And to start off the second half, we have number 41 for Bellevue West, Ian Shepard, kicking the ball off deep into the 5-yard line as Creighton Prep returns the ball all the way out to the 24 by number 10 for Zach McClay.
Yeah, Zach McClay, I've been so impressed with him in this first half. He plays safety for Prep, but obviously he's versatile. They're going to use him all over the field.
So the first time tonight, we're going to call Tony Caliglio for Creighton Prep, number 5, who's done a fantastic job through the first half, leading Creighton Prep to that 1 touchdown that they scored.
Managing the game well, taking what's being given to him, not forcing anything, and really keeping his offense in good control of this second quarter.
Caniglio is ready here under center, 11 minutes, 55 seconds to start the third quarter as he hands the ball off, and he goes down for a 6-yard pickup on first down to start off this second half. Jacob Ruby on the carry.
The defensive line for Bellevue West, lots of talent, lots of energy, but somewhat inexperienced, and some big holes from Creighton Prep. A big one right there for a nice pickup of 6 yards.
So it's second and a long 3. Mr. Lemon said 7-yard pickup, but we're going to call it a long 3 as they go into the shotgun. Caniglio, as he hands the ball off again to Ruby, and Ruby is stopped for about a 1.5 yard gain there.
Yeah, but I tell you, it was a great cut by Ruby. He should have been stopped for a loss of 2. Cut it back inside, picked up 3. So he turned a negative into a positive.
Pono Dudois on the tackle for Bellevue West is a new player this year for Bellevue West, and they're very excited about what he can do on defense.
Yeah, get to know his name. We've heard it a bunch of times already in the first half. Hear it right away again in the second. He's a player.
It would be 3rd down and a good yard to pick up this first down on the first possession of the second half for the Junior Jays. They go under center, his quarterback sneak, and he's stopped, and he will get it. It was a very generous spot from the far sideline, and they bring it back about a yard.
I don't know if it was generous. I thought he picked it up easily. He needed 1. He got about 2 or 3. I haven't seen the QB sneak from Prep so far this game, and they executed it well.
The far official looked like he was another 2 yards ahead of where they finally stopped and marked the ball. So the first down puts the ball right at the 35-yard line on the north 35 of the Bellevue West here at Feynman Field.
Jeremy, do you see how many people are here? Isn't this great? It's a packed field. This is exciting.
As the ball is handed off to Ruby, Ruby comes and he gets about 5 yards on first down. He gets out to the 40-yard line, and there's a little bit of extracurriculars after the play, but it doesn't look like any penalty flags have been thrown.
Yeah, just starting to get aggressive. 34, Macklin Kennedy came in there and drove him down. And, it's going to happen. It's football. It's physical sport.
Aiden Morris is limping off the field for Bellevue West, and he's heading straight to this trainer's table. It looks like a cramp. As Caniglio's going to pass the ball, and he is sacked in the backfield by number 98, Mr. Lawson.
98 was there, and 19 yet again. Dudois is there.
Chris Lawson has been a force in the middle tonight for Bellevue West, especially in that first half. He's played a lot of snaps for Bellevue.
That's just a big boy snap, or a big boy sack. He didn't show a lot of finesse. He just overpowered, pushed his way through. Nice move.
A loss of 7 on the play gets it to 3rd down and 12. The big stand here for Bellevue West if they can get the ball back.
Look for the play action for Prep. It worked really well for them a couple times in the first quarter. Able to open up a couple big play opportunities, see if they go back to it.
And here's a passing situation. Obviously, the ball is thrown down the field, and it is caught. Fantastic catch by number 8, Wyatt Lasher. He is a junior wide receiver for Creighton Prep.
That's a heck of a catch. He's fallen down, put his body in the position where he could make the catch. Fantastic focus.
So the field is flipped here as Creighton Prep picks up. They needed 12, and they picked up about 20 on that play.
Yeah, back-to-back big plays by both sides, the sack and then the huge reception. See what Prep does here.
Under center here, Caniglio is going to pass the ball, throws downfield to a wide-open number 3, Jackson Rugler, and it will be a touchdown, Creighton Prep.
Yeah, I got to feel like they were setting that one up. We talked about the difference in passing yards between Bellevue West and Creighton Prep, and obviously West wasn't expecting that. It was wide open. Prep's ahead if they kick this PAT.
45-yard strike, and this is the type of game I kind of predicted was going to happen here
today. You knew
today.
It was going to be close, absolutely.
Last year it was 28-21, and Bellevue West pulled away at the end, but Creighton Prep is giving everything that they have towards this Bellevue West team.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Jeremy. For a young team like Prep, this is exactly what you need. Energy, confidence. You come in, you see all the stars, you see the big names of Bellevue West. It's easy to get intimidated. These kids aren't intimidated. They're not backing down. They're ready to win.
Charlie Mangan, a senior himself, one of the 22 seniors on the squad, kicks it through and makes it as there's a little bit of a scoreboard malfunction again here. It'll be 14-13 Creighton Prep over the Thunderbirds right now.
14-65 Creighton Prep, so they'll want to fix that one before we get going. Look to see a little bit more energy at Bellevue West. Right now they seem calm. They seem trying not to get too much in the emotion, but nice to see a little bit of juice flowing from them.
So we'll see how Bellevue West responds with their first possession on offense in the second half here as they're getting ready to receive the ball. Hall and McMorris,
Jermaine Green is
Jermaine
back there.
Green back there.
Speedster. Green can fly.
Mangan getting ready to kick off the ball for them. Davon Hall and Kenny Bryant. Yeah, number 4.
Oh, sorry, guys. Week 0. We're still learning, right, Mike?
So Mangan is getting ready to kick the ball off here. 8 minutes and 6 seconds to go here in the third quarter after the Creighton Prep touchdown on their first possession. Kenny Bryant fields the ball on a bounce, and he picks it up, and he's reversing fields to come back over to the west sideline, and he gets down to about the 24-yard line, and that is where Bellevue West and Danny Kalin will take over here for their first drive of the second half.
Tripped up by Ryan Uhl from Creighton Prep. Saved a couple more yards on the return there.
And we had statistics here. 141 yards passing for Kalin in the first half as he leads them out, although C.J. Goff was the recipient of both of those touchdowns on the ground. And he hands the ball off to Goff on first down, and Goff goes ahead for 4 yards.
Yeah, Goff's running hard. He had a good second quarter. When Bellevue West is really clicking on offense, it is a run-starting offense. The run sets up the pass on the outside, and West is obviously trying to get that a little bit more consistently going for their offense right now.
Early in the first half, you saw Ben Goodwater as a security blanket. There on that last drive, it was to Mr. Davon Hall, the Nebraska receiver commit. As the ball is passed to T.J. Whaley, he saw his name a lot here in the first half. T.J. Whaley had 2 receptions for 33 yards in the first half, and you give him another 6 there.
Yeah, a lot of excitement around his name. People think he's going to have a good season.
As Danny Kalin throws the ball out to the far sideline to Isaiah McMorris, who gets 8 on the first down catch.
Yeah, McMorris trying to get started. He doesn't quite have that pop that he had at the end of the season, but Prep is not missing any tackles. These guys are kind of vicious there on defense.
That's 30 yards for McMorris on 4 catches on the night. As Kalin hands the ball off to Goff. Goff goes up ahead, untouched for about 12 yards. He's going to get about 24 on that run there.
A little bit of hurry up on the offense there. West is moving quickly. Looks like they're trying to get set up again. Great hole for Goff to run through.
They want to go fast, and Creighton Prep doesn't look like they're ready on defense right now as they give him time to set. Danny Kalin is going to look across the field, take it. He's going to pull it back, run, go ahead for about 9 yards, 10 yards on the first down run.
Yeah, Kalin ran it a lot in the first half. But that didn't look like it was a designed quarterback run, so good for him picking up something out of nothing.
That was his 7th rush tonight, and it looks like he got 9, so that will give him 29 yards in the running right now. As he pitches the ball out to C.J. Goff, and Goff gets the first down.
Goff is really starting to click now. You see him running with more confidence, not dancing around quite as much, seeing a hole and cutting through.
Creighton Prep did a great job in the first half controlling the rushing attack, as it looks like Goff is hurt on that play after the first down carry. So there'll be a timeout for injury here.
Yeah, hopefully it's just a cramp, nothing more.
Last year, unfortunately, in the Creighton Prep game in week 0, Charlie Gewinner, who won was the RB1, 1A, the running back 1A for the Bellevue West Thunderbirds, got hurt in that first game of the season, and that was the last we saw of Charlie Gewinner. Let's hope that the fate of C.J. Goff, and what's going on right now is a little bit different.
Yeah, he's getting up. We have the best training staff at Bellevue West. They're going to take good care of him here.
He looks like he's walking off on his own power. Probably just needs to get retaped, and they'll send it back in there, right?
Yeah, rub some dirt on it. He'll be okay.
So 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The ball is at the 15-yard line, and they're saying it's second down and third down.
Jeremy, have we introduced our fourth
three
member
to
of
go.
the booth right now? Lucas.
Second and 3. We have not talked to Lucas
Yeah,
tonight.
Lucas is our cameraman. Lucas is back for the second season with the Thunderbird. He's a professional. He's a champ. Lucas, are you enjoying football more than you did last year?
Yeah.
That's a yeah from Lucas. Excited to have you here. Thank you, Lucas. And nice work.
Second down and 3 to go here as Kalen is in the shotgun most of the time. Anyway, as Kalen throws the ball out to T.J. Whaley. Whaley gets the first down. He's heading for the end zone. He gets stopped before pay dirt. It'll be first down and goal to go from the 1-yard line after that reception from Whaley.
Kalen's fiery up there. He's coming up yelling at his players. I don't know if it's encouragement or if he thought that was a touchdown.
And
but he's
with
animated.
No running back in the backfield, Kalen's going to take it himself, and he is going to – we're waiting for the signal here. It is going to be stopped.
Oh.
He's stopped at the goal line. It'll be second down and goal to go after that Kalen quarterback design run.
Yeah, Drew Jarrett met him at the line and did not give an inch.
Charlie Gewinner to Kalen's left. He's going to be handed off the ball, and it is a touchdown for the Thunderbirds. It will be a 19-14 ball game. Point after
Yeah, I
pending.
had trouble with the first PAT, or the second PAT, I should say. Yeah, if you're Bellevue West, that's exactly what we want to see. Calm, collected, nobody's freaking out. Get the ball in the hands of your playmakers and just let them go to work.
Gewinner's second rush of the night gives him a yard, and he'll have 2 carries for 8 yards and a touchdown on the play. As the PAT is kicked through by number 41.
Kicked it in.
He kicked it in, Shepard.
So do you think we're going to have – so we have 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. Is this going to turn into a shootout, Jeremy? Are we looking at a 41-42 type score at the end?
Yeah, it could be. We've seen crazier things that have happened in second halves here at Feynman Field.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know, both coaches go and look at tape, see what they come up with. Obviously, both saw something that they liked. Interesting to see. You know, Bellevue West has a new defensive coordinator this year. And I'm sorry, Gentile.
Jake Gentile.
Gentile. I'm still learning. I'm sorry about that, Jake.
Gentile.
So interested to see if he's going to make any adjustments to what he saw from Prep's opening drive.
He had them fired up as they watched the new screens here with the huddle set up here on the Bellevue West sideline.
A former coach from another school stopped me as I was coming in. He said, "What are those TVs down there? They did not have that when I was coaching." Yeah, man.
As
There's
Shepard's
a lot of things.
getting ready to kick the ball off to start the Creighton Prep second drive of the second half here as a swib kick, and it will be out of bounds. So that's the second free kick out of bounds we've seen in this game, one from each team. And Creighton Prep will start from the 35-yard line.
Yeah, smart move. Prep has done an excellent job in the return game, so try to limit the options they have. Obviously, you don't want to kick it out of bounds, but got to like their starting position.
So penalties for the teams. That is the 7th penalty for Bellevue West, giving them 50 yards in penalties. And we have 3 against Creighton Prep so far in 15 yards.
You know, obviously you don't want to see that many penalties, but it's week 0. It's to be expected. These are high school kids. Mistakes are going to happen. Hopefully we can have a clean rest of the game here.
So we have Tony Calidio coming out to start the second half here. Second drive of the second half for the Junior Jays. And he'll hand the ball. Looks like there was a miscommunication on who was going to take the ball, and it will go down as a sack on the play.
Yeah, they called it. His knee must have touched, and then West tagged him as he was gone because he scrambled. He saw open field in front of him. He was getting excited.
Dudois on the play also gets hurt as he's lumbering off the field. I don't know how to describe that type of walk, but he gets to the sideline and he can't make it to the trainer's table. He's looks like he's cramping up.
Yeah, that's you don't want to see anybody get hurt, but Dudois has been very active in the game.
As the ball's handed off to Ruby, and Ruby is stopped behind they're going to give him forward progress to give him about a half a yard. So we'll make a 3rd down and 13 to go. And
Ruby got a yard there, but that's an impressive run to get a yard. He did not have a whole lot of room. As we have another Bellevue West player, number 57. That's going to be Stanley Hayter.
So
sitting down.
Hayter and Dudois hurt on back-to-back plays, and you heard their names called a lot in the first half, disrupting, defense.
Looks like potentially another cramp.
I believe it was 2 years ago when we had the home opener here. Remember how many cramps they had?
And again, it was another hot night, although the weather's dropped down, sitting in the stands is pretty nice. I thought with this number of fans and with the heat predicted today and tomorrow it was going to be miserable. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a great night for the boys of fall to start their games here in summer. So we have a timeout read here. Timeout. We'd like to remind our reviewers to check out the thunderbeat.org for news, features, and entertainment coverage of Bellevue West and the Bellevue Offutt community. You can follow at the Thunderbeat on Twitter and Instagram to get their latest website updates, such as photo galleries of sporting events, music and movie reviews, and feature stories about teachers and students. 3rd down and 13 to go, 4 minutes left in the third quarter. And it's a big situation here because you don't want to give the ball back to the high-flying Thunderbird offense down by 6 already with going up again with 2 scores as the ball is picked off on that 3rd down play by number 28.
Number 29, 20, I'm sorry, Caprice Keefe.
Caprice Keefe on the interception.
Yeah, so there's sophomore.
That is how the Creighton Prep's second drive will end, on an interception, giving the ball back to Kalen and company to start from the 40-yard line.
Yeah, excellent coverage by Keith. He read it, he just kind of waited in that pocket and put himself in the position to make the play, held on to the ball, unlike something that happened earlier in the first half. So nice catch by Keith.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 to go here from the 40-yard line of Bellevue West. Kalen with Gewinner to his right.
You know what they like to do here.
They like to go for Pater. As the ball is thrown to Isaiah McMorris, he makes the 1st down catch. He gets about 13.
I love watching McMorris be so shifty. It's so hard for that first guy to make the tackle.
You look at Isaiah McMorris, and you only see a 6-foot, senior, but he plays so much bigger than that 6-foot frame.
I see 1,300 receiving yards from last year.
As Kalen fakes the handoff to Gewinner, and he finds his outlet pass to Gewinner, and he will get about 3 yards on that completion.
Good job at 35. Vinny Saul from Creighton Prep for being in position. Didn't make the tackle, but was able to slow him up enough so that the teammates could come and cover him.
So 2nd down and 7 to go here.
You mentioned the Thunderbeat. It's a great website. I was on there this morning. So many different stories and features by their students. They do a great job.
And pregame, we might be part of one of those stories about what it takes to produce one of these Thunderbeat productions. And Daniel Kalen will pick up the 1st down on that run, but there's a flag pending. Looks like in that area of offensive holding, but we'll find out.
Yeah, they've been calling, that's, what'd you say, the 8th run for Kalen this game, and probably the 7th designed run for him. They're trying to make that a more consistent option. And that was probably his cleanest run, but it's easy to run clean when you have a hold in front of you.
We'll see where the ball will be spotted after the penalty here, but Bellevue West is moving backwards already.
I tell you, I told Jeremy this off the air. I was walking through the hallways this morning, and Daniel Kalen walked in front of me. That's a big fella. I know his stats say otherwise, but I swear he's 7'2". He's huge.
And that is good news if you're a Nebraska Husker fan, as he plans to commit to the University of Nebraska. That's his plan. Signing day has not happened yet, but it seems like the hay's in the barn on this one. So Kalen and company will have second down and 14 to go here. As Gewinner to his right, over to our far side of the, or short side of the field here, Davon Hall by himself. The ball is handed off to Gewinner. Gewinner finds a little bit of room. He'll get past the original line of scrimmage, and he will get about 1 yard past it, so he'll make it third down and 9 to go.
Yeah, lucky to get a couple off that one. It was like you said, miscommunication on the handoff. The snap was high. Fortunate to get 2 or 3.
5 wide receivers on this play, third down and 9, 3 to the right, 2 to the left, including Davon Hall with single coverage, as it looks like there is going to be a false start against Bellevue West, or an illegal shift. So mark that down as the 9th penalty against the Thunderbirds tonight.
Yeah, Prep was a little shifty bringing in a rusher there. Offensive line from West wasn't able to stay in their spot. It's tough, you know. People are screaming, people are yelling, nervous.
They are high schoolers. Granted, it is Class A, and they are the second-ranked team in the state right now, but they are still high schoolers. So it will make it a third down and 14 to go for the first down. But you know what? Bellevue West always goes for it on fourth down, so you got to look at this as a 2-down play.
If they get past the 50-yard line, Huffman's going to go for it. If they get past their 40-yard line, he's probably going to go for it.
So third down and 14. Kalen has Gewinner to his left, and now he shifts him over to his right. 1 minute and 50 seconds on the clock in this third quarter. You're listening to the Thunderbeat on Team1Sports.com as the ball is launched over the middle and met there by number 10 for Creighton Prep. Number 10, Zach McClay.
Yeah, he's their best player on defense. He's experienced, he's versatile, he's a great athlete. Met him right at the point. That's just a fantastic play.
Goodwater did not have a chance at that joust. So, Daniel Kalen, who also doubles as the Bellevue West punter, will have his second punt of the night. And
excellent defensive possession there by Creighton Prep.
So Kalen had a 45-yard punt, and that's about what he'll have on this one, too, as it will go into the end zone for a touchback. So he kicked it from about the 45-yard line. It goes into the end zone, so he'll have a 20-yard deduction, so it'll be a 25-yard punt.
So now who's going to answer? Is Prep going to be able to make something happen on offense? Is the Bellevue West defense going to have another interception? Little game of chess here. Mike is still sitting in the booth running things for us. I got to tell you, Mike, I graduated from Bellevue West a year or two ago, and I used to just not like the fans of Creighton Prep. Do you know why? Because you guys travel so well. You're so strong. And now as an adult, it's kind of fun watching them. It's great crowd volume over there.
Caniglio comes back out from the pistol formation, and he will hand the ball off to number 21. 21, Angelo Walker, still running. Gets it all the way down to the 50-yard line. 29-yard run.
A flag there at the end of the play.
There's a flag pending, and it looks like Creighton Prep is moving backwards. We'll see what the penalty was and determine what that's going to mean for the overall gain of the play.
Yeah, it was just an excellent play call, though. It was a little delayed handoff. I was able to wait long enough for the hole to develop and then just burst through.
So Creighton Prep's third penalty might be a backbreaker to this drive. We'll have to see. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Bellevue West. It looked like it was going to be against Creighton Prep the way everybody was moving on the field. So the 10th penalty tonight here for Bellevue West gives Creighton Prep an additional 15 on that 29-yard run that they just happen.
Excellent field position and confidence. Everything's going Creighton Prep's way for offense, and you kind of feel like they can do whatever they want right now. The running game's going, the passing game's going.
So they started with one play, got 29 yards on the run, give them another 15. They're all down to the 36-yard line of Bellevue West. On the first down play, it was handed off to Ruby. Walker, who had that great run, gets another 2 yards.
Hader's back out there for Bellevue West. Good to see.
As Bellevue West is making some adjustments out there. Number 44, Aiden Morris, comes back in, checks in. So here we go. Is second down and 8 to go for the Junior Jays. Under center. He's going to change the play at the line of scrimmage.
Saw something he likes.
As the ball is handed off to, and they get stopped down.
This is Creighton Prep football, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Run it up the gut. Let's get 2. Run it up the gut. Let's get 4. Just wearing down the defense of Bellevue West, hopefully to create something bigger in the fourth quarter.
Walker got 3 on that run, and Dudois was in there on the play. So Dudois is back out there for Bellevue West as well. Third down and 5, we'll call it 5.5 to go here, with 9 seconds as the clock is going to run out, and Creighton Prep is going to be content to take this game to the fourth quarter. It was a third quarter score here. Bellevue West 20, Creighton Prep 14.
This game feels like it's going by pretty quick, but it's already 9 o'clock. This is an excellent game, and we knew it would be. It's you get Bellevue West versus Creighton Prep, and you think this is, one of the biggest games on their schedule. It probably is, but then you look at both of their games for next week. Shoot, it doesn't get any easier for either team.
Bellevue West has Omaha North. The Vikings travel to Feynman Field next week, and Creighton Prep has Omaha West Side. So it'll be an interesting game here for whichever team, of course, wins, and whichever team might be staring down at 0-2.
I was talking to a teacher from Omaha West Side earlier, not affiliated with the football team, but he said, Bellevue West should crush Prep, and then we're going to wax the floor with them. I'm telling you, look over Creighton Prep with your whatever you want, but I wouldn't take them for granted. This is a team that is obviously well coached, and they are tough.
Creighton Prep that had a bunch of seniors last year graduate. They don't look like that team that is young. They look tough, gritty, and they're giving Bellevue West a ball game here on their home field here tonight.
See what West defense does to respond here. Big third down play.
Third down, and it will be a quarterback design run, and he'll get 4 yards. He'll be close, but they were probably in 4-down territory anyway with the way the game works here.
Look for them to run the exact same play.
11 minutes, 55 seconds, and the clock is running as it will be a fourth down play.
That's close.
Oh.
Are they going to measure?
I don't think they're going to measure.
Yeah,
they're going to give it a first down. So that third down became a first down run.
Yeah, I think it's a fair spot. It's a tough run by Caniglio.
First and 10 after the third down pickup. Bellevue West is defending from their own 26-yard line on this first down play.
A little quiet on the Bellevue West side here. You hope that the crowd senses that this is an important defensive possession. We'd like to see a little bit more noise from the fans.
But you always ask for more noise.
Want more noise, you're right.
They scream and yell and cheer for the marching band, though.
They called the play dead. Everybody fell over except for the running back. Angela Walker
picks up 1. So second down and 8, almost 9 yards.
And Prep's in no rush to speed this game up. They're going to milk the clock. They're going to keep it slow, trying to limit the possessions for Bellevue West.
As Caniglio comes back out in the shotgun here on second down and 9. It looks like a passing down, but Creighton Prep loves to run the ball. That's what they do. As he's rolling out to his right, throws back across his body. Are they going to call it complete?
Yeah, they gave it to him. I thought maybe he dropped it, and that was well defended. Obviously, it was a screen pass. Everybody stayed in their lanes. They called it incomplete. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it dropped.
Okay. It looked like they were debating if it was complete or not. He was throwing across his body back towards the teeth of the defense, and the ball fell to the ground.
Yeah, well coached their defense by Bellevue West. Read the play correctly, played their assignments.
Yeah, they didn't, they contained the quarterback where they had trouble doing that.
They're down. Listen to this crowd go nuts here, Jeremy.
I'm sure it's because Mr. Lemon played We Will Rock You by Queen. As there looks like there's a penalty, a pre-snap penalty. We'll find out what it is. It will be a delay of game against Creighton Prep. So mark it back another 5 yards. But don't fear, Creighton Prep fans. You've converted long third downs tonight already.
And as you said, this is 4-down territory probably. Pick up 5, pick up 6 comfortably. You'd like to get more, but you don't have to get it all right here.
So number 12 and number 10 for Creighton Prep, that's Will Keeney and Zach McClay come out for Creighton Prep on this third down and 13-14 to go here. As Walker is in the backfield. As he's fake handoff, and he will be sacked in the backfield by a gang of Thunderbirds. Number 19, Dudois. Number 57, and Dylan Sheard.
Yeah, come on, 57, Stanley Hayter's back in the game. Number 2, Dylan Sheard. All 3 of them were right on the snap. That is exactly what you wanted to see from Bellevue West.
So third down and 14 now turns down to 4th and a mile after that sack.
A game-changing play right there, absolutely. Obviously, there's still lots of time left in the game, but that was massive for the defense.
Right now, the Bellevue West defense is staying on the field because it looks like Creighton Prep is going to be forced to take a timeout, or unless they're going to purposefully take a delay of game here.
Well, you're in that weird zone, right? It's too far for a field goal, but not long enough for a punt, so
it looks like they were planning on taking that 5 yards as they are setting up for pump formation. Kenny Bryant looks like he will be the punt returner on this play because Davon Hall does have his helmet off and is on the sideline.
Well, it's going to be tough to return if your helmet's not on. But worth a shot, I guess.
All right, I think that might be an infraction on its own.
Gotcha. Should be.
Yeah. So I didn't catch the punter's number here. Matt Seller. As the punt is kicked, and it's going to bounce in Bellevue West's favor, and it's now going to be at the 26-yard line. So not a very good punt there for Creighton Prep.
Yeah, ended up coming back almost to the line of scrimmage that they had. He was trying to pin him in the corner, and it took an ugly bounce back the wrong way. So Bellevue West defense did what they were supposed to do. Daniel Kalin, or Danny Dimes as they like to call him, is eager to put some more points up on the board.
So first down, as 9 minutes and 16 seconds left in this ball game. Be first down from the 28-yard line of Bellevue West, as McMorris is way down to Kalen's right all by himself. And the ball is going to be handed off to Gewinner. Gewinner goes ahead for 4.
Yeah, nice run there by Gewinner. He's able to shred the first tackle, dance up, get a couple. But you're right, McMorris one-on-one coverage all by himself. It's got to be exciting with the way he can dance and move out there.
So Bellevue West starts their third drive of the second half here with 8 minutes and 55 seconds counting, moving down to end this fourth quarter. as he throws the ball out to McMorris. McMorris shakes one, and he will get the first down, but that's about it. So the ball comes loose, but he was down after that catch and run.
Yeah, they let that play set up trips to the side, use two as blockers, let McMorris run behind. Pick your zone and go for it.
It's kind of that bubble screen that you'd wanted to see Mike Riley's offense use so many times.
It's been
but
6
it
years, Jeremy.
Never
Let it go.
happened. Never happened. And I still see Tanner Lee throwing the ball and it going 6 the other way. So,
Matt Rule, we're coming back.
one rule to rule them all, right?
Oh, I hope 13 days.
As Kalen is going to start here on that first down with a little bit north of 8 minutes to go in the game, as Winner goes ahead for 12 yards on that first down run.
That's the best run Winner's had all night long. Decisive, quick, fought through a tackle, picked up 12. Offense is really clicking here for Bellevue West. You don't want to see it stall now that it's at the 50-yard line.
50-yard line, basically the 47 of Creighton Prep, and the clock is still running because that is your friend right now when you're up by 6, as the ball's being YOLO'd all the way to Isaiah McMorris. It'll be incomplete.
Yeah, a little underthrown, but it was good coverage there by number 35, Vinny Saul. A sophomore, I believe, Vinny Saul. Good coverage out there on an excellent receiver.
That's got to be a tough draw for you as a sophomore to face a player like McMorris who's committed to the University of Nebraska, but you have your chance to show what you can do even as a sophomore, and that's going to let you grow to your junior and senior season.
And a play like that give you confidence throughout the rest of the game?
As the ball is thrown to Hall, and Hall is hit immediately. It looks like number 8, Wyatt Lasher, on the tackle.
Hall had to climb the ladder a little bit on that one.
6, I apologize. Number 6, Henry Bartholomew.
Slow getting up. You get nervous when you throw it up high like that. You leave your legs susceptible for a hit.
It looks like they're stretching him out already, as it'll be a cramp as Creighton Prep's trainer comes over, as well as Bellevue West trainer.
Question for the group. Let's say you're Creighton Prep, and you're wanting your team to win, and obviously you don't want anybody to get hurt, but you see somebody like Hall go down. Do you think, well, that's possibly good for this game, or he's coming to Nebraska? So is it short term versus long term, or is the goal just get everybody home safely? Mike says get over home safely. That's the right answer, Mike. Smart move. Good answer. I like that.
That's kind of what he said with the look on his face. I'll interpret for Mike here. But it's high school football. We want everybody to be healthy. That's what he's saying. We all want Nebraska to win. The triplets haven't arrived on campus yet. So,
well, a Creighton Prep player making some noise in camp for Nebraska. Sledge, they kind of like him.
Yeah. And, the first senior senate meeting will be Monday, August 21st at 7:20 a.m. Mr. Huseth's room.
Come on, we got to love Huseth.
342. All seniors interested in joining Senior Senate are invited, even if you didn't fill out an application last spring. And
even if you're not a senior, show on up.
Davon Hall is walking off on his own power. He's not allowed to have his helmet right now. So let's see what happens here the rest of the game. There's 7 minutes, 24 seconds, and you do have to worry about the long-term health of Mr. Hall. As the ball is snapped, it looked like it was.
Yeah, they went Wildcat again. Thundercat, I'm sorry, Will Anderson, backup quarterback. They like him as a physical runner, and they're trying to get him a little bit more experience. Just a sophomore, but they like a lot of potential he has here for this T-Bird offense.
So it'd be 4th and 6 to go after that failed third down, and Danny Dimes is back in the game after that Thundercat run by Anderson. As the Creighton Prep crowd is going nuts on the other sideline, and the ball is thrown incomplete in the direction of Isaiah McMorris.
Yeah, good defense there. Number 10, of course, from Creighton Prep. Zach McGlay right there. And again, Bellevue West offense is clicking. You get past the 50-yard line. You have an injury. Everything kind of slows down. You lose that rhythm. And now Prep's got the ball back in great field position.
Yeah, Creighton Prep has the ball to start here from their 43-yard line. 6 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. And it's kind of shaping up to be a little bit like last year's Week 0 game where Bellevue West had to travel to Burke to play these Creighton Prep Junior Jays.
That was a great game.
As the ball is handed off to number 21, Walker, and Walker goes ahead for 3.
Remind me what happened. Last year's game, there was a kick. Something happened with the...
Yeah, there was that pooch kick.
It was a pooch kick that wasn't recovered by Prep, and West picked it up and was able to return it almost all the way back for...
Well, they had to recover the ball. You can't advance
that's
it
right,
on that.
That's right.
But it led to a touchdown last year. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 to go. Caniglio and the company, he's going to run out, and he'll be sacked on the 2nd down play. It'll put him back behind the original 1st down line of scrimmage. So.
Yeah, Valencia was in there for the tackle. Caniglio, though, good move to secure that ball. It was a high snap. Looked kind of awkward as he was running. Dangerous play. So fortunate to keep the ball and have a chance here on 3rd down.
5 minutes and 40 seconds to go here. 3rd down and 10. And you don't hear the Bellevue West sideline at all.
They're coming.
As there's a huge sack on 3rd down by number 57.
That's Hayter.
Hayter.
He's ready to play. Hayter is a baller. They knew he was going to be strong coming in, but he is showing out tonight. And that's a big boy sack right there.
4th down and a country mile now to go.
Yeah, safe for Creighton Prep. Kick it away. Trust in your defense.
4th down and 18.
So not a country mile. But it feels like it sometimes.
18 is a long ways to go, especially when you're starting from your 35-yard line and you got to pick up 18. And it looks like they bring out their punt formation here.
Interesting to see what...
and then there's going to either be a delay of game or a timeout taken. We'll see what happens here. Number 92, Matt Sledge, is the punter for Creighton Prep. Yep, they're going to give him a delay of game. So you're going to tack on another 5 yards, and it'll be 4th down and 23.
Interesting to see if Huffman goes for a clock management offensive series here, try to control the clock, eat up as much of it as he can, or if he just continues to play ball. Excellent
kick. Punt as a fair caught. They're at the 25-yard line to keep it because it was going to bound even further down the field if it was not fielded there by Caprice Keefe.
And someone's limping off here for West. I can't quite read his number. If it looks like 15, that's Ben Goodwater. Wouldn't be out there on coverage, I don't think.
So one of the things we did like about the purple jerseys here is they're beautiful, but when it starts to get darker throughout the night, it's a lot harder to read those gold numbers.
Don't worry, they'll have 7 different uniforms to wear this year. It's great. They always look so good here on Fiman Field.
So from the 25-yard line, Kalen hands the ball off to... I believe that's Goff back in there.
Looks like Goff running pretty hard. Picked up. Looks like they give him 2 on the tough run. And you're starting to see players on both sides
go down.
Yep.
And now there's another injury. Mr. Reimer, I believe you have a concert this weekend. Can you tell us a little bit more about the concert?
Pretty cool opportunity this summer. I reached out to some former students. This is my 20th year of teaching. And I grew up in Bellevue, so I reached out to a couple former students and said, hey, do you want to do an alumni choir? And 15 turned into 30, turned into 70. We have close to 75 singers that are going to be performing tomorrow in the Bellevue West Auditorium. I'm sorry, Sunday, Bellevue West Auditorium at 5 o'clock. If you live in the Bellevue area and you enjoy music, odds are you probably know one of the people singing. I keep calling them kids, but some of them are 35 years old. They've graduated a long time ago, and it's been a great experience. So it's fun to have the community kind of give back and share and sing. And Mr. Stubbe, one of our producers, his own daughter, Addie Stubbe, is one of our featured soloists. It's very exciting.
So it's on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
What time?
5 o'clock, Bellevue West Auditorium. If you want to show up, tickets are $10 a ticket. And, if it were me, I'd pay even more than $10. But it's a bargain. It's a steal. It'll be about 45 minutes of music. It's going to be a great time.
Sunday, August 20th, Bellevue West Auditorium, $10. Be here. So
yeah.
Daniel Kalin, second down and 8 to go, leads the offense here as 4 minutes, and it should be a winding clock, 4 minutes and 8 seconds to go, up 20-14 over Creighton Prep as the ball's handed off to C.J. Goff, who's back in the game after a slight injury, and he's still on his feet, and it should be a first down run there. So he picks up 9.
Offensive line created a nice hole. Goff was able to burst through it. And you see at the end there, Prep's trying to punch the ball out. That's leading to some aggression. Make sure that tempers stay calm throughout the end of this game here on both sides.
So after the first down run, it will be less than 4 minutes to go here as the clock will wind again on the ready to play.
You see Danny's yelling at him, get lined up. He's ready.
As the ball's handed off to Goff again, and Goff goes ahead for 2 yards.
Yeah, Prep was ready for that. The line was obviously prepared. It looked like number 86 for Prep was in there, J.J. Dasher. That's another player struggling.
And now another Creighton Prep player is down. It looks again like cramps.
It's a week 1 game, isn't it? A week 0 game. We see this a lot in the first game. You can practice as much as you want, but until you get into the actual game, body's not quite ready for it.
And I saw the first number was a 4, but I did not catch his second number here.
Well, we'll get to see. It looks like he's going to jump up here. Hopefully just a cramp. Lucas over here on the camera. Lucas, big plans for the weekend? Work? Where do you work, Lucas? He works at the zoo, the Omaha Henry Dorley Zoo. Lucas, I thought you were going to talk about the Arrows to Aerospace parade going in downtown Bellevue at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Lucas, do you like candy? Who doesn't like candy? Everybody, young, old, adult, child, doesn't matter. Come with the bag. They throw candy at you, Jeremy. It's very exciting. The Snickers are the best. I like the Snickers.
Let me explain this. Every year you take your kids to this.
Well, except all my kids are in the parade this year. So this year I just get to take my beautiful wife.
So number 86, J.J. Dasher, the defensive end for Creighton Prep, will limp off the field after it looked like another episode of cramps there.
Hey, our producers just let me know that if you don't have kids sitting next to you, they don't throw as much candy to you. So anybody listening, feel free to sit next to the Rhymers tomorrow at the Aerospace Parade. It's going to be a good time.
But I always hear that you get so much candy, and then you let the kids have like one piece, and then you take it all away.
Well, I don't want them to get cavities, Jeremy.
But then you keep it for yourself.
Let's get back to the game here.
3 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the ball game. Creighton Prep trying to get one final stop here to keep the Thunderbirds from running the clock out in this week 0 game. The number 2 Bellevue West Thunderbirds taking on Creighton Prep Junior Jays, number 8 ranked. If you're following the Lincoln Journal-Star, C.J. Goff takes another run here ahead to get to be 3rd down and 5 to go with one last desperate attempt to stop.
That's right. Just
Bellevue
lean
West
on those Thunderhogs for Bellevue West. Try to pick up another 4 yards. And if you're Creighton Prep, you get a stop here. You'll get the ball back potentially with 2 minutes left. You've seen their big play potential.
Right. Bellevue, Creighton Prep has done a fantastic job on large runs, runs that gain a lot of yards here tonight. That set them up well to score their touchdowns. So as the ball is pitched out to the left side there, I believe it's number 88. Number
That's TJ
18.
Whaley.
Oh, it was Whaley. Okay. Number 18, number Whaley. And he's been a great option for Kalen tonight here.
Yeah, that's almost a handoff at that point. A nice, secure, safe pass. You're able to advance the ball. Whaley showing his speed, able to shed a blocker there and pick up the first down. And now if you're Bellevue West, you can almost ice this thing.
Good news for Bellevue West fans. Looks like Davon Hall did get his helmet back. He probably doesn't need to come back into this game, but it looks like he's walking around in a normal fashion right now. As the ball is handed off to C.J. Goff, Goff goes ahead, and it looks like there will be a holding penalty. That's usually what's thrown in this majority of the field. So,
yeah, it was pretty obvious. A lot of us saw it over on this side. I would have called it as well.
So that first down play will all stop the clock as well on that holding penalty.
You know, if the game ends up looking how it is, both teams hold their heads up pretty high. If you're Bellevue West and you end up getting the win here, this is actually excellent for the coaches. You go back and you say, hey, you got the win, but there's a lot to clean up. If you're Creighton Prep and you end up not winning this game, shoot. Nobody expected it to be this close, this competitive into the fourth quarter. At least I didn't. I knew it was going to be a tough game, but there's a lot to build on. Now, having said that, Prep's not ready to hand over anything yet. They still have 2 minutes. They're going to fight all the way to the end.
1 minute, 48 seconds, and the clock will start when the ball is snapped. So Kalen will start the ball, start this first down play from the 50-yard line instead of the 40.
John Morrow, the AD of Bellevue West, walking the track down there in his gold polo. Shouts to you, John. Nice work.
Oh, they're going to move the clock to 1:48. That's where it should have been. I don't know why it started. So
there's been clock issues, scoreboard issues. A lot of issues in this week 0 game that hopefully will all get cleaned up.
But
thankfully, Jeremy, you've been perfect.
Oh, yeah, sure. In the beginning of the broadcast, I mentioned this is the very earliest day in the calendar year when football is played here in the state of Nebraska's history of high school football. As the ball is handed off to Gowinner, Gowinner goes ahead for 15, 16 yards, and there is a penalty on the back end. And we'll see what that penalty is. It almost looked like it was in the area of a face mask play.
That'd be your guess, falling down there and throwing it at that position. I tell you, between Gowinner and Goff, neither has really asserted themselves as the guy because they both look good. This is a two-headed machine that is really productive right now.
Yep. And it was a face mask against Creighton Prep. So it will be another 15 yards on top of that. 1 minute, 5 yards. It was inadvertent face mask. It wasn't an intentional face mask. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty, and it'll make it first down from the 28-yard line for Bellevue West to start here. And you're almost wondering if you're getting into that victory formation mode. I know
we're not quite there yet.
I know Coach Huffman he always wants to put his foot on the gas here. But we'll see what happens on this first play. As he's in the shotgun, Kalen hands the ball off to Gowinner. Gowinner goes ahead for 4, and we'll see if we'll run the clock out. It looks like Creighton Prep did take a timeout.
Yeah, you're seeing a different coach of Huffman than when he started here at Bellevue West. 10 years ago, he's still trying to throw a deep fade route. But now, win the game. Do what's necessary to advance. And you don't need to put up 70 points. You don't need to, score constantly. You just need to win the game. And he's looking at the end goal of the season. For both of these teams, the goal. But for Bellevue West, it's always ring season.
Remember, last year, Bellevue West started the season off at Creighton Prep at Omaha Burke Stadium, and they went to win on the game 28-21, but that led to a season that led to 4 losses. It was 7-4. So it might be same story here, maybe?
Sure. It's a heck of a schedule looking ahead for Bellevue West. 7-4, you hate to say it, but for Bellevue West, that is a disappointing season. I know the students felt like they had a better team than a 4-loss record, and they definitely feel like they should be a little bit more competitive this year.
You know where they have to go in about a month and a half? They have to go to Kearney, that familiar foe that they seems to play Bellevue West so tough here at John Feynman Field.
Always. I'm scared of Kearney.
The Bearcats of Kearney. As the ball is thrown out to Isaiah McMorris, Isaiah McMorris will pick up the first down. So it'll be 1 minute and 5 seconds when they restart the clock on ready to play.
Yep, good downfield blocking by Goodwater and T.J. Whaley there. Set up enough for first down.
First down as McMorris, the security blanket, and it looks like Creighton Prep is going to take a timeout. And I'm, I say, what do I got here? Possible things to look for. We got points in the paint, bench points, and a leading rebounder / scorer.
Well, it's week 0 for everybody, including our prep group for notes. So we'll get to work on that. But now is probably a good time to give one last shout-out, another congratulations to the other half of our booth, the students from Creighton Prep that were in here the first half, Mike Knockenauer and Alex. Is it Tejan, Alex? Yeah, Alex and Mike were just excellent and excited to have them in the booth. And I'm going to be honest, slightly intimidated by them. Not only were they good colors, but Mike's got incredible hair.
So, when you look at it, Mr. Rouse and Mr. Stuvey will have to evaluate our game tape here tonight, and they might reach out to the Creighton Prep broadcasting team and look for fill-ins. So Kalen is going to hand the ball off to Gowinner. Gowinner's looking for room. He's still on his feet. He's going to pick up 5. That was a fantastic run for Gowinner.
Patience dancing. Goodness.
Wow. And you kind of, what are we going to have? The final timeout for Creighton Prep with 50 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. And, of course, let's go to Lucas one more time.
Lucas, final thoughts on the game here.
I think the game's going pretty well for West. Yeah.
Great job, Lucas.
He does a great job talking, but obviously a better job running the camera. So thank you, Lucas, for your words, but more importantly for the view. Nobody tunes into the game to listen to us talk. They want to watch the game, and you just did an excellent job. So thank you so much, Lucas.
I'm more curious about what he does for the Henry Dorley Zoo. Would you tell us, Lucas? What do you do?
I scoop Dippin' Dots at concessions, like in the outdoor area.
Wow, fun. Everybody loves Dippin' Dots.
That's a lie, Jeremy. Nobody actually likes Dippin' Dots. Everybody thinks they do, and then they wait in line, and they eat the Dippin' Dots, and after one bite, it's like, eh.
So, a fun Dippin' Dot story this weekend. This summer, you pay $14 at Kauffman Stadium for like the small Dippin' Dots.
Jeremy, I'm sorry to interrupt. They're getting ready to run a play here.
As Kalen is in the shotgun on second and 5 yards to go, hands the ball off to the left. Gowinner goes, and he's going to get to the 1 yard line, and that's probably going to do it here. Is it probably will go out to,
Gowinner's saying, Coach, let me run it one more time, please, Coach.
We'll see. I mean, they're setting up for another offensive snap here.
And why not? Let them punch it in. It's been a hard-fought game. Gwinner's running great. See if he can finish it.
He is going to hand it off to Gowinner. Gowinner goes in for the touchdown. Touchdown. Thunderbirds. So tack on another 6, and it makes it 26-14 at this point in time.
We do have a flag on the field. I assume at this point it's unsportsmanlike. Maybe on one team, maybe on both teams. I'm not sure. Prep obviously didn't like that. But, you line up, you play football on both sides, and that's what we got.
Yeah, it looks good on the scoreboard show when you outscore your team, your opponent by 2 scores. So That's going to look good as we say goodnight to Mr. Don Reimer, the longtime choir director here at Bellevue West, and, of course, AJ's father.
And he loves Dippin' Dots.
So you get the $14 small little thing, right? You give it to your 4-year-old son right there at the counter, and he immediately drops it. That is what happens when Jeremy buys Dippin' Dots for his son.
Goes against Bellevue West, going to be enforced on the kick.
So the point after touchdown here, of course, by number 41, Ian Shepard, as we're getting ready to put another point on the board or not. The point after touchdown is good. He kicked it.
Ian. Nice kick there by Ian.
So that makes the score 27-14. 30 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. We'll see what Creighton Prep does when they get the ball back after the kickoff.
Yeah, not much you can do at this point. As you see, both crowds start to file out, but everybody stayed till the end. It was a competitive game all the way through the end, like you'd expect it to be. And season looks bright for both teams.
But one of the things, come to John Feynman Field is trying to get out of John Feynman Field when you're trying to get out when there's this many people here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I never want to leave Bellevue West. I love it here.
And that
is exciting.
Why he's still a teacher here, folks.
They call me Lifer. Born and raised.
So after the penalty was enforced for the excessive celebration, that means Shepard will kick the ball off from the 25-yard line instead of the 40 of Bellevue West. Mr. Reimer is speechless.
I got nothing to say. I'm moved. It's been a great night. This is exactly what you expected it to be, right? I just like it when all Bellevue shows out. I'm becoming nostalgic, but it's a great night for Bellevue.
And
with the parade tomorrow,
the referees aren't ready for play.
It's been a week zero for everybody.
So this year there's 2 August games. There was for Bellevue West. Next year, because it's a leap year, may have made it so that there were 3 August games.
Whoa, really?
But since there's a leap year, there still will be 2.
That's a good
according
call.
To the calendar.
Don't start too early.
They can't be the boys of fall if they play half their games in the summer. So as the ball's kicked off, and they're going to be great starting field position from the 42-yard line for Creighton Prep with 24 seconds left to go. And the 14-27 ball game as Creighton Prep comes out and wants to score one more time here before the end of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was kind of a tough ball to field, too. Took a bounce right at the top, was spinning at an odd angle. Not only did he secure it, he was able to advance it for about 10 yards.
As we get the semisonic song closing time.
The dulcet tones of Steve Lemon over the announcer. Been with Bellevue 35 years, is that correct, or 30 years?
And the men's tennis coach. As he hands the ball off and he gets stopped in the backfield. It looks like number 26 for Creighton Prep.
Was met by about the entire team of Bellevue West.
Kono Dudois on the tackle, and it looks like with 8 seconds to go, that will be the end of the ball game here. They will not get another snap off. Bellevue West will win the ball game 27-14 over Creighton Prep, moving Bellevue West, of course, to 1-0. Creighton Prep 0-1 after the week 0 matchup faces number 8 versus number 2. Number 2 victorious with the benefits of everybody but Kalen McMorris and Hall.
If you're a coach, this is exactly what you want to see. You want to get away with a win, but they want to have enough on tape that you can still get after them in practice and say, hey, we're not perfect. We're not as good as we think we are. We still have plenty of growth to go in a long competitive season.
So you have 2 touchdowns from Goff in the first half. Then you have 2 touchdowns from Gowinner in the second half. And that's where you get your 27 points, of course, with the missed point after touchdown. And that was the Thunderbird offense tonight. Daniel Kalen, of course, game managed to win. He didn't have a passing touchdown, but it is the first game of the season for them. So we'll see how the offense progresses over the season, as well as that new defense, as Bellevue West is hooting and hollering with the student section after the win, of course. Bellevue West was the winner here tonight, 27-0. So our coverage today, of course, was made possible by several student journalists for the Thunderbeat. The video camera was run by Lucas Pacheco. Our on-field photographer was Jake Bro. Our social media manager for this evening's game was Torin Woodward. Special thanks to Mike Knockenhauer of CSPN for the graphics. And, of course, we couldn't have done the first half without Creighton Prep, with the boys from Creighton Prep. They came over and they did the first half. That's who you heard. They brought the professionalism that this broadcast sorely, sorely needed tonight. Mike Knockenhauer and Alex Tejan. Fantastic job they did here in the first half. Thank you for the stats, the halftime stats that we could use here in the second half. And to Creighton Prep journalism advisor Mac Razagorshak for his continued wisdom and support in live sports broadcasting. Again, thank you again. We'll see you next week for the second Bellevue West home game of the year. Bellevue West wins this game 27-14 over Creighton Prep. And thank you for tuning in to the Thunderbeats coverage on Team1sports.com. And go Thunderbirds.